Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and in this video we're going to talk about a brand new suit for 2011 from REV'IT. This is the Tarmac Race Suit, replacement for the TT, which honestly the TT was 2 years ago the suit that Randy DePugnier was wearing in MotoGP. This guy is going to come in at a $1,050 price point. You know, the step up from here is going to be the REV'IT, which is a slightly different suit, but basically you're getting a lot of the protective features that you're going to get in the Victory, and it's a slightly different style. So what you're seeing here, the big thing I want to point out for the American market is that REV'IT listens really well. They basically put together a race suit that in the REV'IT lineup, this has more perforation and punctuation than anything else, so this is going to flow the most air. REV'IT knows that in the U.S. market, most people spend their track time, they're racing, their track day riding in warmer weather. And you know how hot the tarmac gets when you're on the racetrack. So there's no such thing as too much perforation. But the nice part is the suit's very, very well thought out, so you don't have extraneous perforation in any of the injury or impact-prone areas. What you're going to have is a solid cowhide there. I will tell you the suit weighs 13 pounds in the hanger. That is a very light race suit. Also say, looking at this guy, it's nice it's done in multiple layers here. So if you come in here across the top, what you're going to notice is you have a lot of white drum-dyed cowhide. Underneath that, there's a layer of red drum-dyed cowhide. Just one of those cool details that if you actually look into these punctuations, you actually see red behind them. It's a very aggressive style. I like to call this suit the Batman style. It comes in 3 colors. This is a white red, there's a white black, and there's a white blue, all at $1,050. Size is 46 through 58 US. Nice part here is you have a lot of articulation. You have stretch panels on the inside of the sleeves that also have a new elasticated panel for stretch and comfort. Something new that we're seeing for the first time from REV'IT. In the shoulders, you're going to see the same tried and true, I call them the 3-layer shoulder armor system. What that means, aluminum slider with a honeycomb dual compound for abrasion and for shock seating that's laser welded in here. On the inside of that, you're going to have ProLife CE rated armor, which is a big step forward than Nox armor. It absorbs a lot of joules of energy. It's very ergonomic, it's very comfortable, and it's a big step up. REV'IT uses ProLife exclusively through all of their race suits. Coming down here, I talked about articulation. You have articulation in the back of the elbow. As we come down to the cuff, new feature on this guy, new feature on the Tarmac. Neoprene cuffs that are going to be great under or over a glove depending on how you roll. Also, we have all YKK zippers. It's completely safety stitched, and any snaps on this guy are going to be spring loaded. You also have your locking YKK zipper here. So with the zipper there, it's going to open, going to pull it down, lock it in place, and it's not going to come undone. Turn face that way for me, Joe. Notice in this guy, big elastication panels. I noticed on the back of the arm you have elastication panels as well. You also have this 3-layer armor system in the elbow. You're going to have a full piece of ProLife, elbow cup, goes all the way down the forearm. You're going to have your honeycomb laser welded seat with your aluminum slider on top of it. Turn completely backwards for me, Joe. Also notice on the back here that we have lots of perforation that's in areas that are away from the crash situation. You're going to have EVA foam that's built in the hip, under the arm for additional padding. Big elastication along the lower back and underneath the hump for additional stretch. The fitting on this guy is going to be an aggressive race fit. It's a tight fit. Joe is probably very uncomfortable standing up and down as this guy is compacting his frame. This is meant to be in the race tuck position, not standing up, hanging out on the racetrack. This is for a serious rider. Also going to show you, it's a GP style hump that has a flap and a zipper, and basically what you're going to be able to do is fit this guy with a water bag system that you then snake up around the neoprene collar, and there's a loop system here on either side that you can snake it up. You can stand up for me, Joe. As I move down into the seat here, reinforcement along the seat, you have stretch panels, power shell along the backs of the legs, breathability and stretch and comfort. You're also going to have a full zipper that ends at the top of the calf, goes all the way down to the bottom of the leg, and you're going to have that new neoprene style cuff system. Spin around, face the camera for me, Joe. Last thing I want to touch on here is you have more stretch panel across the crotch, down on the inside of the legs. You have more punctuation that goes down here. You have a nice big REV'IT logo. You have hip padding that's built in, and you're also going to have ProLife in the knee. Underneath the knee, you're going to have knee protection, shin protection, and then the race level dual comp slider from REV'IT that you see on the Victory suit here on the Tarmac suit as well. So moving to the guts of this guy, we already talked about the ProLife armor. I want to show it to you. Here's an elbow forearm. Here is a knee shin. I'm not going to pull a shoulder. This is more ergonomic, it's more comfortable, and it absorbs more energy than your standard Nox armor or what some of your lower grade race suits might use. Remember, shoulders, elbows, and knees are measured in the amount of joules of energy that they absorb, and ProLife just does a better job. That's why REV'IT uses ProLife in all of their race suits. Moving to the inside of this guy, let's look at the liner. Same liner as a Victory suit. Fully removable, fully washable. Here's the beauty of the bubble system. This is a 3D bubble style liner. And what do these small bubbles do as they sit against your skin? They create tiny pockets of air, create an insulating layer of air. And when I say insulating, what it really does is allow your body to create a microclimate within the suit. So when you start to sweat, there's air pockets that allows perspiration to come off of your body, diffuse, get into the air, get air to it that's going to circulate through the suit, through all the perforation, and make its way away from your body, keeping you cool, keeping you dry at speed. The bubble liner was developed by a few different companies over the last decade or so. You've seen it in some higher level race and leather jackets. REV'IT has developed their own technology around it, similar concept. It's trickled into all of their suits, and it just does a really phenomenal job of, honestly, when it's cooler out, keeping you slightly warm through that insulating layer of air, and when it's really warm and sticky out, it's going to allow your body to breathe through these pores and these tiny trapped pockets of air. So remember, $1049 for this suit, $1050. You have 3 colors. This one in front of me, which is the black red, black white, as well as a black blue. This is the Tarmac. It's aggressive. Honestly, if a superhero rode on the track or raced, this is what he's wearing. This is a really, really gnarly suit that does a lot of things well at a pro level. It's not sacrificing on the perforation. It's definitely not sacrificing on the protection. It'll stand the test with any of the higher end suits that we have in our line. If you have any questions about sizing, about features, about the REV'IT line, or how this suit's going to stack up against any of the other top-end pro-level suits or top-end suits that we're going to carry, shoot us a line, cs@revzilla.com or 877-792-9455. If you pick up a suit from us, we're going to ship it for free. If you get the wrong size, send it back to us. We'll exchange it for free as well. And as always, you're going to earn $30 back from this guy in TeamZilla cash towards your next purchase, because we all know going to the track is expensive, and the gear that keeps you safe and keeps you comfortable while you're riding at high speed on your bike is not cheap. So we help you, over the course of time, save some additional cash with us by giving you cash back on each purchase over $100. In this suit, you're going to earn $30. I'm Anthony. Once again, this is the Tarmac suit from REV'IT, new for spring 2011 at RevZilla.com/REV'IT. We'll see you next time on RevZilla TV.